What is up, baseball fans? Chris Jardine here, aka Snaggle J, community manager for Out of the Park Baseball's Perfect Team, back with another episode of This Week in Perfect Team. This one, ladies and gentlemen, is a very, very special episode. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was having a bit of technical difficulties trying to get some stuff done behind the scenes. And really just trying to make sure that I had everything together for this content set. A few announcement slash housekeeping orders. We're not going to be looking at season 3 or anything in game tonight. We're not going to be opening any packs. This episode is completely, once we get done this preamble, this episode is going to be completely dedicated to tonight's content release. We'll be back on our regularly scheduled stuff next week. Like I said, this week we're focusing solely on this, so we're not going to be looking back at the stats last week. I'm not going to be showing off my team or ripping any packs or any of that sort of thing. There is, for those of you who don't know, we have released Build 33 today. Build 33 is now mandatory in order to access Perfect Team. The reason for this is that Build 32 has introduced a few bugs with the promotion relegation system that were considered to be game breaking in nature. So we had to issue Build 33, which was in testing over the weekend. You guys might remember we posted about it on, I think it was Friday or Saturday, looking for the beta was out that you guys could test it. So we had to push that out today. Unfortunately, that means that we had to issue Build 33 as the most recent update. We do know that that affects Origin and Apple Mac Store customers a little bit negatively because they have a longer processing time to upload the updates. Origin apparently is up now. I haven't heard if the Mac App Store is up now. But we are definitely pushing them to try to get that update out as soon as possible. Diamond packs were announced this morning in the game. Originally, we were only going to leave them in there for 24 hours. We decided to revise that and leave them in there for 48 hours. So Diamond packs will be in the game until Wednesday morning, I think at 6 a.m. Eastern time. We've been reviewing this is something new. Again, as you guys know who are Perfect Team veterans, anytime we do something new, we are reviewing how it goes and making sure that, that if there's anything to tweak in the future. We have been reviewing the pull rates from the Diamond packs, and they are generating a very good value. Just like any of our other packs, it is a gamble to buy one. But like I said, we've been reviewing the pull rates. We believe that they're offering good value on the overall right now. But we are going to limit them to 48 hours, and we're going to take it away, and we're going to see what kind of stuff that we can do later. And just so you guys know, tonight we're going to be doing the biggest giveaway in This Week in Perfect Team history right here on the stream. So you might want to stick around till the very end. I'm just saying. So guys, for those of you who do not know, I'm sure most of you guys do. You guys are all baseball fans. April 15th is Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone in Major League Baseball today wears the number 42 to remember the life and the legacy of Jackie Robinson, who was the first player of color to break the color barrier and play in Major League Baseball. And my notes just disappeared. How you gotta love that, right? On this day in 1947, Jackie Robinson started at first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And that is why, and you guys know, I have been trying to keep my hype. Under wraps for months. Because we have been planning this content release for months. And finally today I get to come on the stream and we finally get to show off our Negro League Greats content collection. Now, this one's going to be a little different than your usual content set. This content release will contain 25 of the Negro League's best players. And they are of a position build where you could build an entire team out of this collection. So you could play a 25-man roster in Perfect Team over with this entire collection. They're great. I have been very, very, very excited. You guys have no idea. We're going to review them in numerical order based on overall, all the way up the scale. A little tidbit about each character. I'm not going to lie, guys. I learned a lot researching this content set. A lot of great players. Like I said, the education. I found myself, while being very time restricted in trying to research this, I found myself getting lost in Wikipedia articles and museum articles and articles, from Bill James, who has done a lot of research into the Negro Leagues. I just found myself getting lost in these great stories from these guys who traveled around the world, and all they wanted to do was play baseball. And it is amazing. So this is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to go through this set. You know what? I've been looking at the names that you guys are throwing in the chat. You guys have a lot of really good names. But again, with 25 cards, it's amazing. And like I said, the last 3 or 4 are like just amazing. Like, I'm so glad that we're able to get this into the game. So let's kick it off with our first player, Hilton Smith. Now, Hilton Smith was typically overshadowed by his teammate that you may know, Satchel Paige. Smith would often follow Satchel Paige in games. Paige would typically pitch the first 3 or 4 innings, and then Smith would actually pitch the last 5 or 6 innings. He was a 6-time Negro League All-Star. By the way, peep the special card design that we have for these. That is really cool. Big ups to Daniel, our graphics guy, for putting this together. It's absolutely fantastic. Smith, very high control, 85 control, fastball, curveball, slider, forkball. Nothing really, really jumps out at you. Nothing really jumps out at you, in terms of the overall quality of the card. But again, really, really cool. So Hilton Smith is our first Negro League great. And before we go too far, I am going to say that there is no Jackie Robinson as part of this set. We went back and forth on it, and we decided not to put Jackie Robinson in the set, mostly because he already has 4 cards in Perfect Team, and we decided to use that extra spot to highlight another Negro League player. For I think 24 out of the 25 of these guys never played Major League Baseball. Like I said, we went back and forth on the Jackie thing. Jackie has 4 cards in Perfect Team. A Negro League card would have been very close to his peak card. So we decided to use that spot and to highlight someone else that we could kind of get in there. So just so you guys know, there's no disappointment when we get to the end and there's not a Jackie. I do see the whole new category. I believe they're considered under special edition. There is a category up there. They do have teams listed on them. I can actually, like if I pull up I don't have the game open right now, do I? I don't have the game open currently, but they do have teams associated with them, I believe. All right, next up, we have starting pitcher Andy Cooper. Lefty was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2006. He is the Negro League record holder in saves. Pretty solid, 64 stuff, 56 movement, 77 control. Good slider, good changeup, 61 stamina, so he can throw a couple innings for you. And he can bunt. 68 bunt. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yeah, I don't know why it says right-handed pitcher on the card. I'll have to look and see if I didn't notice that till right now. Good catch, ASIC. Good catch. I'll have to see. That might just be a visual thing. Cooper, we can fix that up, though. Left-handed. I can bring that up to the guys. And we'll get that fixed up. All right. Next up, we have Ray Dandridge, our first position player, third baseman, three-time All-Star, one-time MVP, and possessed a .355 career batting average. Now, with the Negro Leagues, it's really hard because a lot of the statistics and stuff were not always available. So I am quoting, I'm looking at multiple sources when we're pulling some of these. 73 contact, 67 gap power for Dandridge. Good eye and good avoid K as well. No power. Solid infield defense as well at third base. Could use a little more arm strength, but for a 76 silver, if you happen to get this guy, he'll be a very serviceable third baseman for you at the lower levels. Not bad speed either with 53. So again, a pretty solid card. Could play multiple positions for you. Again, doesn't strike out a whole lot, which is great. As you can see with the splits on the screen, he does play very well against both lefties and righties. And yeah, I agree with Dijo. I think he could be a good second baseman for sure. For sure. I think maybe someone else saw that too. All right, next up, Judy Johnson, another third baseman. Now, this is the defense you're looking for on a third base card. A little bit better against left-handed pitchers than right-handed pitchers. Johnson was not much of a power threat, known more for his ability to make contact and his amazing glove work at the hot corner. Again, right away, this becomes one of the top 3 or 4 defensive third basemen in the game in terms of range and arm strength. You do see there is the 12 catcher rating there as well. So that 95 arm strength is definitely going to play behind the plate for sure. And again, pretty solid, contact and gap power, not bad. 65 avoid Ks is nice. No striking out is nice. Again, a little bit better against lefties than righties, so you may want to use in a platoon situation. But I would be interested to see, what this Judy Johnson card could do behind the plate. I really, really would be interested to see somebody pop this card in at catcher and see what that thrown out runners percentage is going to be. Next up, we have Ray Brown. According to available records, Ray Brown was 5th all-time in wins in the Negro Leagues. Again, a pretty solid card across the board. 51 stuff is a little on the low side, but 68 movement, 74 control is nice. Fastball, curveball, changeup repertoire with a 91 stamina. And he could play some positions as well, and you're going to see that with a lot of these pitchers. A lot of these pitchers played the field on an everyday basis as well. So you see he has all 3 outfield position eligibility with 50 contact, 35 power, and 48 eye. Again, you're going to see this a lot with these Negro League starting pitchers, is that they can play multiple positions in the field as well. Bullet Joe Rogan. Again, speaking of two-way players, Bullet Joe Rogan believed to be one of the best two-way players of all time. Some record-keeping sites have Rogan in the top 5 in both wins and batting average. And you can see 72, 70, 60 stuff movement control. We got to come up with an acronym for that. SMC. 72, 70, 60 SMC, fastball, slider, changeup, splitter, forkball. 62 stamina, so you're going to have to definitely keep him on a pitch count. But there you see he also has the 74 contact as well. So dude can hit. Can play left field and right field with pretty good eligibility as well. 53 in left field, 61 in right field. I call it 3ST. That's okay too. You don't want to use SMC? Is SMC something bad? Probably. But can he steal? I mean, it's hard to say. Okay, well, we won't use that. I think I know where you guys are going with that. I appreciate the heads up. We will not use that as an acronym. We'll just call it stuff movement control. We'll just call it pitcher ratings. How about that? So this Bullet Joe Rogan, our first gold in the set, solid. Again, that great contact 99 bunt. A lot of two-way player action here early on as we move through this set. Next up, we have Willie Foster, the younger brother of Rube Foster, who a lot of people credit with being one of the greatest builders of the Negro Leagues. But Willie himself, in 1926, threw 2 complete game shutouts on the same day, on the last day of the regular season, to get the Chicago American Giants into the Negro League World Series. Again, a lot of green on the left side of this card, chat. 65, 64, 60. Fastball, cutter, slider, changeup, splitter. 103 stamina. Can play a little bit of right field on the side. Not great hitter ratings, only 34 contact, 49 eye. So maybe not someone you'd want to stick out there. But yeah, 103 stamina might be too low for a guy who threw 2 complete game shutouts in one day. I don't disagree. Yeah, you got a bit of contact in there. So again, a pretty solid card across the board here. Again, you know, these cards, very interesting to see how they're going to play with these different, because you're going to see a lot of different combinations as we go through this and we get to the upper cards. Some very, very good cards in this set. But again, a guy like Willie Foster, 81 gold, very, very average card. Like, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean he's very good at everything. He's not great at anything, but he's very good at a lot of things, which is interesting. Next up, and I know here's Nameless Poet, the guy he's been waiting for, Cool Papa Bell, an 8-time All-Star. Bell was feared due to his blistering speed. Other teams were desperately afraid to walk him because you knew if you walked Cool Papa Bell, it was a triple. 115 speed. 115 speed. I'm pretty sure Clyde Milan and Ty Cobb are shaking in their boots on the stolen base leaderboard right now. 95 stealing, 89 base running, 78 contact, 68 gap power, and 80 avoid Ks. So not only is he ridiculously fast, but he does not strike out a whole lot either. The downside to this card is the defense is not suspect, but his defense is just average. You are going to have a little bit of a liability sticking him in center field. Oh, that's right. I forget about Mondesi. Mondesi's been beasting on the stolen base leaderboards. Like, he's been totally beasting. Yeah, I think he might go higher in the corner outfielders as well. So Cool Papa Bell. Again, Cool Papa Bell is one of those guys that you don't have to look through Negro League lore a whole lot to find references to Cool Papa Bell. Again, because of that just the blistering speed. He was the Ricky Henderson of the Negro Leagues. I mean, again, you could not get this guy on base. You could not let him get on base because he would just be absolutely, nuts, stealing second and third. Satchel Paige said he could flip the light switch and be in bed before the room got dark. There you go. Next up, John Donaldson. According to a variety of sources, Donaldson is believed to have over 400 career wins and over 5,000 strikeouts. 62 stuff, 67 movement, 68 control. Really good changeup, 87 stamina, 61 contact as well. Again, can play a little bit of center field, can play a little bit of first base. Again, that 61 contact is going to play. These guys can hit. Back then, they played the field. They played both sides every single day. So this John Donaldson, again, another very just nice, solid card as an 82 gold in the middle of the in the middle of the, the middle of the pack here in terms of quality. Next up, we have Sammy Hughes, second baseman Sammy Hughes. Hughes was just known as a very consistent player, was always a tough out and a very fun teammate to be around. And you can see 76 contacts, 77 gap power. You can see pretty solid infield ratings at second base with the range error arm and the double play, all nice and average there. And again, a lefty killer. 83 contact and 87 gap power against lefties. So at the very least, he's going to be a nice platoon bat. Stanley Cup, stand by, buddy. Stand by. Chris Davis hit a home run today? Exactly. Could definitely be a platoon guy for sure. Yeah, I like this card. Again, a really good lefty killer card. And you don't see a lot of lefty killer cards with middle infield eligibility as well. I think he might not be a great shortstop. The arm strength probably keeps him from being a shortstop or a third baseman. But he could be a very good first baseman as well. You could probably train him up a little bit there and get him working. Mule Suttles. Just saw his name in the chat, and there he is. Suttles was a 5-time Negro League All-Star, and you can see why. 81 contact, 82 gap power, 65 home run power, 75 avoid Ks. Absolutely destroys left-handed pitching with an 87 contact, 91 gap power, and 74 home run power. So again, a lefty masher. Probably going to be better suited as a designated hitter. The fielding ratings... The fielding ratings are suspect. But you know what? For a gold card, this might be the best gold card DH in the game. I can't think of anyone at the gold level who would be a better designated hitter. Maybe some of the upper golds. Maybe if you got in like the 87, 88, 89 territory. But for a low gold, this would be a very, very strong card at DH for sure. Very, very nice card. The Mule Suttles card again. No slouch against righties with the 79, 79, 62, but absolutely going to mash lefties. But yeah, this is a nice card. I saw when I got the ratings over the weekend. When I got the ratings over the weekend and I looked at this card, I was like, ooh, I started making lists of the guys that I want. Because, I mean, I want to get all 25, but guys that I'm going to prioritize. Mule Suttles is on that list because he just, again, that hitting for a gold card is just not, is hard to match. Patience, Ray Rockwood, patience. Next up, Biz Mackey. Amongst the all-time leaders in total bases, RBIs, and slugging percentage, Mackey was a career .335 hitter, 81 contacts, 70 gap power, 31 home run power, 54 I, 51 avoid Ks, kills righties with the 83, 72 contact and gap power against righties. Little sus on the defense, but he's got some speed. He's got some speed. 63 speed, 72 stealing for a catcher. Again, remember, this full set represents the 25 card Negro League set represents a full team. So Mackey in this regards is your backup catcher. If you collected all 25, Mackey would be your backup catcher. And I mean, you could do a lot worse than that at 84 gold. Again, the defense not 100% great, but a pretty good card. Again, 83 contact against righties is nice. You don't see a lot of guys with the splits at catcher that have the righty power. Pretty unique card. I agree with Dogberry there for sure. That it is a unique card in terms of the speed contact combination at the catcher for sure. Next up, we have starting pitcher Leon Day. In 1936, Day was 13-0 with a 3.02 ERA and added a 3.20 batting average, 81 stuff, 59 movement, 64 control, fastball, curveball, slider, and a wicked changeup in the repertoire as well. 90 stamina. You can see he's got the 58 contact as well with the 49 eye and the 56 sack bunt. Again, a nice card for an 86 gold. Again, the theme with these pitchers is they're pretty balanced. Day tends to be a little more on the stuff side, which we haven't really seen yet. So he might complement some of those guys that were earlier in the set that were more control-based or movement-based, which we haven't seen a whole lot of yet. Again, the 88 changeup really nice. 90 stamina is nice as well. Good back-of-the-rotation guy for sure on this one. As we move on here, Pete Hill. In 1911, records show that Pete Hill hit safely in 115 of 116 games. How far are we in the set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 14. 14th card. Oh, now look what you did. See, now you made me reset it. All because I was trying to be a nice guy and answer Dishnet's question. Look what happened. Where are we? Pete Hill, 115 of 116 games. He hit safely in 1911. 79 contact, 63 gap power. Good eye and avoid case as well. You can see a very heavy right-handed split on him. Good defense in left and center field as well with the 81 range, the 72 arm. Not great speed, but not terrible at 50. Again, pretty acceptable card here. Again, you could stick him in center field. He'll probably do quite well in center field. With the 72 iron, that's probably where I would play him. If you have a better option. If you have a better option in left field, this Pete Hill could play in center field as well. Again, a nice contact card here as well. A big fan. Next up, we move back to the starting pitchers with Smokey Joe Williams. Also known as Cyclone Joe, Williams once struck out 27 men in a 12-inning game at the age of 44. 83 stuff, 66 movement, 52 control, 78 fastball with the curveball slider changeup complement as well. Had 90 as a 90 stamina. Again, a little bit of hitting stats there with the 38 contact. Again, really nice card, high Ks. For me, as much as I hate to say it, this card for me is probably better suited as like a follower or in the bullpen. The 52 control kind of scares me a little bit. But yeah, still a very nice card. The 83 stuff, you put that in the bullpen, that stuff's probably going to crank up to a 90. Maybe an 87 to a 90, so you could definitely get some guys out in the bullpen. The 52 control worries me a little bit, but still a really nice card. Good fastball, curveball combination, which again plays in the bullpen with the two good pitches that complement each other very well. Let's keep moving on as we get to the 89 gold Martin Dihigo. The Negro Leagues super utility man. As you can see, I had to move everything down the page to fit all the positions that Dihigo is eligible at. He was a genuine 5-tool player. Let's go through this card right quick because there's a lot to take in here. 77 contact, 63 gap power, 65 home run power, 57 eye and avoid Ks. Hits lefties a little bit better in the contact than he does the righties. 75 speed, 88 stealing. Can play first, second, third, short, left, center, right field. Does them all well. I have the outfield range and the air and the arm there because that's his primary position. The rest of them you'll have to figure it out. This guy, I mean, honestly, if you can't find room on your team for Martin Dihigo, I don't know what you're doing. Because he can play every position in the game. He can run. He can hit for power. He can field. He can throw. He can't bunt. That's the one tool he's missing. He can't bunt. Look, see, guys in the chat, you guys are the best. Bunt is suspect. Oh, man. Can't bunt. Can't bunt. He's not terrible at bunting, but, you know, he could be better. Could be better. But, yeah, this card's a beast right here. Again, nothing he does poorly. He can hit for power. He hits both sides pretty well. He can run. He can steal. He can play the infield. He can play the outfield. Just an absolutely insane card. I think he's our last gold card. There might be one more, and then we'll be into the diamond. So Martin Dihigo, right fielder, 89 gold in the set. Here's the Satchel Paige that everyone was looking for. The one major leaguer we decided to include on the list because of the fact that he didn't make it to major leagues until he was 42 years old. 106 stuff, 61 movement, 48 control, 86 fastball, 95 curveball, 81 changeup, 70 stamina. Doesn't hit, can't hit. He can't hit. But a really nice card. One thing I found in a lot of my research was that Satchel Paige typically would only throw 3 to 4 innings in a game in the Negro Leagues. I mean, he pitched every day or every other day, but he was only throwing 3 to 4 inning games, which I thought was kind of an interesting way for them to use him. Again, for me, this card right here would be my lockdown bullpen guy for sure. Again, the control for me is a little on the low side to use him as a starter, but you use this guy as your lockdown bullpen guy. Couple innings every day, he would be great. I mean, that 106 stuff, you put that in the bullpen, you're looking at probably 110, 112 with the fastball, curveball, changeup. I mean, he's gonna strike out 13, 14 guys per 9 innings for sure. Follower would be a good spot for him. The only problem with the follower is that, if he ends up like over 4 or 5 innings, I would get worried about his pitch count and his walk total. But I mean, again, he definitely could be a stopper. That's where I would use. I had we don't have the ephus in OTP, unfortunately. He does have a screwball, though. This one is a screwball. But the Satchel Paige that we have in the game last year, I think, was an 88. And I used him as a follower on the regular. And, he was really, really good in that particular role. So Satchel Paige is in the set. Rube Foster, also known as the father of black baseball. Foster was the founder of the Chicago American Giants, which is one of the most successful Negro League teams in history. He was also the original organizer of the Negro National League, and not to mention that he was regarded as one of the best pitchers of the pre-World War I era. Again, a very great across-the-board card, 71 stuff, 77 movement, 66 control, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, pitch mix with the 100 stamina. Again, a really, really solid across-the-board card. Again, not a lot of weakness here. What you add up those 3 and you get what, 214? 214. So 214 for the stuff movement control ratings, not bad at all. I like it. A nice card. Just a nice. I like a low diamond with very little in the ways of holes and things that, things you can exploit. Again, like with the Satchel Paige, for example, the control can be a problem, will be a problem. You won't have those same problems with Rube Foster. You're going to be a little less frustrated from time to time. While the Paige is really cool and is going to strike out a ton, Rube Foster probably not going to put up stats that are going to blow you away, but he's just going to be a consistent guy towards the top of your rotation. So let's keep on moving. We're getting towards the end of the set here, guys. We've got some really solid cards left to go here. Like John Henry Pop Lloyd, who was often referred to as Black Honus Wagner, a distinction that Lloyd was on the record many times saying that he was honored and humbled to have bestowed upon him. 88 contact, 84 gap power, 81 avoid Ks. Absolutely destroys right-handed pitching. 83 speed, 76 stealing, 111 base running. Can play second and short with the 93 range and the 73 arm. Maybe a little bit more suited for second base with the 73 arm. But a really, really cool card to have in there. I think it's very interesting. Again, absolutely no power. Absolutely no power, but a lot of everything else, which is really, really, really cool. And I think he could get to a 90 at second base. I think his second base could go a bit higher as well. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Listen, my cat is so excited over there. He just wants me to rip some packs and pull some of these cards. He's super excited. Hey, chill out over there. Simon's so excited. He wants me to rip a bunch of packs and try to get and he can bunt. He can bunt, chat. Don't worry. He can bunt. Somebody mentioned him earlier, Buck Leonard. In 1999, Leonard was named the 47th best player in the history of baseball. He is a 13-time Negro Leagues All-Star, which in my research, I could not find anyone who had more. 91 contact, 87 gap power, 69 home run power, 73 I, 63 avoid Ks. Yes, not much speed or defense, so he's going to be in there as a DH. Guys, I see people asking the reason why I didn't say earlier. I'm waiting to get these cards activated. I was going to wait and say that after, but I should have said it probably before. I'm waiting to get the cards activated. As soon as they are activated, I will let you guys know. I'm waiting to hear back. I'm having an issue with the, without getting too technical, there's a tool that I use to activate the cards. It's not working for me right now. It should be, once they're in there, they should be under special edition in the auction house. But like I said, and remember guys, as always, if you already bought packs, save them, because the cards are only generated once you open it. So once these cards are activated and you open them, you still have a chance to pull them. So if you bought the packs, just hang on to them, because like I said, if you buy them now and you open them an hour from now or whenever these cards get activated for me, you will still be able to get them for sure. I'll shove old Haas in there just for you, Nameless Poet. Absolutely. So I like this Buck Leonard. He's going to destroy righties. Absolutely mashes righties. 94, 90, 71, 76. Woo, baby. Absolutely hammering right-handed pitching. Great card. Now we're up to the high diamonds, folks. And we've got Turkey Stearns. Widely regarded as one of the best outfielders in Negro League history, Stearns hit 176 career home runs, which, considering they only play 30 game to 40 game seasons, that is a lot of dingers. 92 contact, 87 gap power, 70 home run power. Look at the splits against righties. And by the way, he plays center field. Decent speed, not bad defense. Could probably get him trained up a little better at the corner outfield positions as well. But again, a very, 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 very solid hitter. You're gonna have a hard time finding a better. You're gonna have a hard time finding a better hitting outfielder. I mean, there are some, but I guess especially against righties, he absolutely destroys right-handed pitching, which I think would be really, really cool. I want to see something. Oh, no, that's going to kick it out on me. I just want to open something here real quick, chat. I want to see where we're at. So we have 4 cards left to go. 4 cards left to go, and they are, ooh, baby, they are doozies. Cristobal Torriente won the batting title in 1920 and 1923, hit a career .331. Bill James ranked him as the 67th best player of all time in 2001. 99 contact, 96 gap power, 73 speed, can play all 3 outfield positions well, and look at the right-handed splits. Holy moly, 104 contact, 102 gap power. And again, the speed. 73 speed is amazing. Cristobal Torriente had a lot of really good articles written about him. He was kicked off of a few teams due to he had some attitude and some anger problems, but he kept getting jobs because he was just so darn good at baseball. He just, all the guy could do was hit, and he hit a ton. Crazy. Again, 99, 96 on the overall, 104, 102. Again, no slouch against lefties at all. Good speed, good defense, a great all-around card, which is just nuts. Yeah, top of the order. A number 1 or number 2 hitter for this guy would be absolutely insane. Willie Wells, as we get down to the final 3, widely considered as the best defensive shortstop and perhaps player in Negro League history. Wells goes, one thing I found in my research is that Wells, in later years, like as we've learned more and more about the Negro Leagues, maybe doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He was a linchpin on a lot of great teams. And again, I think maybe he gets underrated a little bit because he was mostly a defensive guy. And you could see 97 rating at shortstop, 98 range, 92 arm, 92 turn double play, which is amazing. Can get the bunt down a little bit better against lefties, but he's still a pretty good hitter overall. 75 contact, 78 gap power, 52 home run power, 59 I, 74 avoid Ks. You can see down below there that, again, a little better against lefties, but no slouch against righties either. Some decent speed with 60 speed, 65 stealing. An amazing card. Again, that defense at short, I'm just like, gimme that defense at shortstop. Gimme that defense at shortstop. Oscar Charleston played parts of 26 seasons in the Negro Leagues and hit a career .339, often regarded right up there with another particular Negro Leaguer as the best, not only one of the best Negro Leaguers, but one of the best baseball players of all time. 97 contact, 84 gap power, 66 home runs, 63 I, 60 avoid Ks. Pretty solid defense in center field. Good, half decent speed, I guess, with 59. Again, another righty masher with the 186, but the 87-78 against lefties as well, which is crazy. Again, Charleston, one of those guys that you don't have to look very hard in doing Negro Leagues research to find many articles written about the legend of Oscar Charleston, his longevity from playing in the earlier pre-World War I eras all the way up to the early 1940s. Can be very, very good top of the order player. And then again, put this guy even in at your number 3 hitter with that home run power. He's still going to be good for 20, 25 home runs. Probably going to hit 320, 330, which is absolutely insane. Now, I don't think it's going to be any surprise who the headliner of this class is. I've seen his name mentioned in the chat at least 100 times tonight, and rightfully so. The headliner of our Negro Leagues great class is none other than the Black Babe Ruth himself, Josh Gibson, and he is more than deserving of the 100 perfect rating. He was a 12-time All-Star in his career and is believed, according to multiple sources, to have hit more than 800 home runs during his baseball career. 99 contact, 80 gap power, 97 home run power, 62 I, 70 avoid Ks. Not gonna lie, this card right now is the best catcher in the game by far, and probably one of the best 5 to 10 cards. Probably one of the best 5 to 10 cards in the game. And you know what? He deserves every bit of that rating. 38 speed, so not much of a runner. A pretty good defense at catcher with 66 ability and 71 arm. But I mean, you're not picking up Josh Gibson for the bat. You're picking up Josh Gibson for the fact that he's going to hit 350 with 50 home runs. Man, oh man, oh man, this card is going to be absolutely wild. I'll never get to use them because you guys are well aware of my pack luck here on the channel. So I ain't ever getting to use this card unless somebody sells it to me on the super cheap. Slide in the DMs, guys. Let's go. So Josh Gibson, the headliner of the set. Guys, let's get me out of here before we let's move me. Oh no, chat. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, chat. Let's move me over here somewhere for now. Guys, this right here is, you guys have no idea how excited I have been for this set. I didn't cheat with the 100 Clemens. That was in the beta. I wasn't cheating. What? Am I not like the other? Am I the one that doesn't belong? Right here? You know, I can't be part of the set. It's fine. Guys, you guys have to know how amazing this was for me to be able to do this. I know this set is going to be loved universally across the board. It is a part of baseball history that doesn't always get told, that there is a lot of misinformation and missing information. And I am so thankful that Out of the Park Baseball has, that we as a team can do something like this and honor these 25 guys that are more than deserving. On a day like today, on Jackie Robinson Day, to be able to include 25 of the Negro League's greatest players. There's going to be a lot of guys in the chat, and don't be ashamed to admit it. There's going to be a lot of guys on this screen that you guys have never heard of. And I implore you to go out there and research the Negro Leagues and research these guys and learn about them and their stories and what they mean to baseball history, because that's exactly what I just did to put this set together. I had to do the research because, you know what? I didn't know most of these guys going into it. We knew what we wanted to do with this set, and it was an amazing journey. Now, in order to cap this off, I feel it only fitting that with us releasing our greatest set in the history of Perfect Team, that we do the biggest points giveaway in the history of Perfect Team. That is why tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving away, in honor of Jackie Robinson Day, 42,000 perfect points to one particular user who wins the draw tonight. Exclamation point ticket in the chat will get you into the giveaway for 42,000 perfect points. You can only enter once. Exclamation point ticket in the chat will get you in one time. We'll let it go for a couple of minutes here, and then we're going to give it away. Again, I will let you guys know if you guys follow the twitter.com/OOTP Perfect Team, or if you're in the Discord, discord.gg/OOTP, I will post it there immediately as soon as I get confirmation that the cards have been activated. And then I'll get it to the other outlets shortly afterwards as well, like the forums and places like that. So we'll try to get it out everywhere as soon as we can. Bot is not acting the tickets. It is. Everyone's getting in. I see 97 entries. The bot is just really slow. The bot is really slow with the confirmations when you have a whole bunch of them. But I do see right now, I see 97 people who are in it. Which I think is probably pretty much everybody who's here. The bot will, when you have a big long flow of that, because of the spam protection, the bot won't always confirm them. There's 134, so I mean we got almost everybody in there. I'm gonna just make sure that it's still going up. Yeah, 101, 102. Most recent people to put in were, let's see, who was most recent people to put in? I got Axel, Jason Hedgecock, RKO, Statsmonger, Just a Fish. Those are some of the more recent ones. T-Sill, I just got T-Sills in there. Yeah, see, if you're putting it in and it says too many tickets, that means it's entered. It's just like I said, there's a spam protection in there where, like, if you have like 50 people who put it all at once, it's not going to respond to them all for spam reasons. And see, that's why you're getting all the errors. Too many tickets, too many tickets, too many tickets. So that means you're in. Everyone just go and confirm that you're. I mean, if you guys kill it, there's no giveaway. But like I said, there's 130 some people in the stream. There's 103 people in the draw. So 104 people now. So we'll leave it open for another 30 seconds. We'll do the giveaway, and then we're going to get on up out of here. I'm going to go record our weekly episode of OOTP Now, where I'm going to gush about these cards for the next at least half hour. I'm going to wear Rich's ear off talking about how great this set is. Like I said, some of my favorites for sure. Obviously, the Gibson, the Charleston, and the Toriente are great. I really like the Satchel Paige. The Dahigo is amazing. I like the cool Papa Bell, obviously. The Mule Subtles as well. Those are some of the ones I'd really, really like to try. I think those would be really, really cool. All right, guys, we're going to... nope, as I said at the beginning of the stream, the whole stream tonight was dedicated to the content. We're not going to be covering last week's stuff. This is what we're doing tonight. We're going to do this. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled stuff next week. Shelk, as soon as I can get someone to activate them. I'm having some issues with I have a tool that I'm supposed to be able to use to activate them. Unfortunately, it's not working. So keep it locked to the Twitter, or the Discord, or both. And we'll let you know as soon as they're activated. If you enter twice, are you disqualified? No, it just won't let you. Okay, guys, we're going to shut down the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your fire. Hold your fire. The giveaway is closed. Again, if you win, you have your choice of Perfect Team 19 or Perfect Team 20. 42,000 perfect points on the line. Please reach out to me in the whispers here on Twitch, or if you're in the Discord, upper right corner, Chris Perfect Team CM, send me a message with your username, your team name, and what if you want them in 19 or 20. Good luck to everybody in tonight's draw, and the winner is Dark Mending. Dark Mending, congratulations. You have won yourself 42,000 perfect points. Hoo-wee. That is a lot of perfect points. I am going to be hearing about that one. I'm gonna have to clear that one with you. Congratulations, dude. Again, make sure you hit me up, either right here on Twitch or hit me up in the Discord if you're on the Discord, and we'll get you those perfect points as well for sure. Guys, thank you guys so much for coming out tonight and for all the great feedback about this set. I knew you guys were going to love it. I'm glad that you guys like it. I hope I get to see you guys using some of these cards in the game. I wouldn't mind getting a chance to use some of the cards myself. I can't wait. I can't wait to get in there and use some of these cards. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for coming by. As always, guys, if you're watching live right here on Twitch, make sure you guys hit that follow button up at the top of the screen. This Week in Perfect Team is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Next week, we will be back to our regularly scheduled program. And you know what? I don't even know what next week's content is because I'm so laser focused on this one. So we'll announce it. We'll announce it later on this week, what next week's theme is going to be. I know there is one. I just can't remember what it is. I do know what next week's theme is, and I'm not going to tell you. I do know what it is. I just remembered what the theme is, and I'm not telling you what it is. Oh, so, man. Sorry, guys. I just remember what next week's theme is. Listen, hold on. I got to double check because I want to make sure. I don't want to put my foot in my mouth after I say this. I want to make sure that I'm right first. Because if you guys are getting back-to-back top-notch weeks. Oh, is it really next week? Stop it. Oh, my word. Okay, guys. So I will give you a hint. I will give you a hint on next week's theme. Next week's theme, we will have, I guarantee, I promise you, I know I've said this before, and it's been a troll. It has been. Next week, we will be adding one of the most requested players since the beginning of Perfect Team. Will finally get their due right here next Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Make sure you follow in the channel. As always, guys, make sure you follow us on the Twitter machine, twitter.com/OOTP Baseball, twitter.com/OOTP Perfect Team. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/OOTP Baseball. Jump into the Discord. We recently hit 3,300 members in the Discord. Jump in there, discord.gg/OOTP. Lots of great conversation going on there. You can also check out our forums at OOTPdevelopments.com/board. You can pick up your very own copy of OOTP Developments or OOTP Baseball 20. Right now, OOTPdevelopments.com/buy. It has links to our web store, to Steam, to Origin, to the Mac App Store. Download links right there. You can pick up your very own copy today. As always, I've been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community manager of Out of the Park Baseball's Perfect Team. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.